Gravedigger 42 chassis reveal, huge crash at Charlotte. All of this and more is coming up in this week's edition of Monster Truck News. Topping the news today are some sneak peeks of Adam Anderson's brand new chassis that will be debuting very soon. Controversially, it has been named Gravedigger 42, marking Kevin Harvick's NASCAR as the only Gravedigger themed vehicle to not be numbered, saying that Gravedigger 42 is an intriguing chassis that is extremely different to Adam's last chassis, Gravedigger 35. The main change is that the truck uses a CRD chassis, a first for Adam. While he has driven CRD Gravediggers before, he is not for a full season. There are some structural changes that do make this truck stand out to keen-eyed viewers. This space in the cab has been made larger, as you can see here, with its dimensions taken from GD35. You might also notice that the axles aren't as wide as before, which was one of the standout features of number 35. It will be using the same PEI axles that all other trucks have been using, as Monster Jam seem to be making all trucks uniform with each other and be able to share parts universally. Not only that, but the Galleon axles that Adam and Ryan have been running are currently low on supply, further supporting the need to convert over to the PEI axle. Gravedigger 42 has been rumored to be making its debut as early as Glendale this October. However, this is unconfirmed. Gravedigger 35 was one of Adam's best chassis, and Adam seems confident he will be able to wheel this truck to new heights in the new season. We look forward to seeing the debut of Adam Anderson's newest chassis, hopefully sometime soon. Last weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina for the Cookout Monster Truck Bash, we saw one of the most insane finishes to a race of all time. Two of the most talented drivers on the circuit, Dalton Widener in Jurassic Attack and John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity, squared off in the final round in an epic grudge match. At first, all was fine, with John Zimmer Jr. opening up an early lead on Dalton Widener. Crossing into the start of this second lap, his truck would start having issues with the steering, letting Widener catch up just a little. Here's where things got out of control real quick. When Widener attempts the crossover, his truck mysteriously loses power, causing him to nosedive into the bus. Unbeknownst to Zimmer Jr., who's continuing his race, is about to cross the finish line. After the second jump, his truck loses steering completely, resulting in his truck barrel rolling completely and destroying the rear axle of the truck. Both drivers were okay after the incident, but both trucks would not return for freestyle. Multiple angles were released to the crash, which just goes to show how violent both of these incidents were. What do you think of these crashes? Let us know down below. Speaking of Team Send It Motorsports, a new driver who will also crew for the team has been revealed, as well as a fourth truck that will debut early next year. This new truck has been rumored to be named Frostbite and will be driven by former Triple B Motorsports driver Brett Falvey. Falvey has been a driver for Triple B Motorsports from 2023 until August of 2024, driving trucks such as Quad Chaos, Monster Patrol, and USA 1. The roster of Team Send It Motorsports continues to expand as the father-son duo of John Zimmer Jr. and Sr. continue to make waves in the industry with their incredible performances, and now will welcome Falvey into their team and drive this new name in the new season. Black Pearl will see its third driver that isn't Cole Vernard campaigning the truck in Cincinnati, Ohio this weekend. That driver is Chad Tingler, who will drive alongside Jamie Garner at Heritage Bank Arena for 3 action-packed events this Saturday and Sunday. For most of its life, Black Pearl has only been driven by one man, Cole Vernard. When Vernard broke his wrist in Minneapolis earlier this year, Mike Pagliarulo stood up and filled in for an injured Vernard. Just a few weeks later in Hartford, Connecticut, Deidre Garner filled in for Vernard, who was also still injured. However, Vernard has since recovered, and it's interesting to see someone else drive his truck at this event. What's even more interesting is that Chad Tingler will add Black Pearl to his resume of 31 other names teams that he has driven over the years. Come this Saturday, he would be the 5th all-time driver who has driven the most different trucks, only behind Frank Krimmel with 37, John Zimmer with 38, Shane Freed with 50, and Craig Christensen with 67. We cannot wait to see Chad Tingler burn it down in Black Pearl this weekend in Cincinnati. And well, that is all we have for you today. For up-to-date event information, as well as in-depth and exclusive news stories, be sure to check out our website at monstertalk.com.au. A link is in the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon with some more Monster Truck content.